There we go. All right. Morning, chat. I took my meds. I'm good. Though
did you just do?
Beepo has not been functioning properly, the past couple days. So let's hope what I did right before stream helps. One second.
Oh, good morning.
Morning.
Where the fuck is all the food?
Tony at the food court, he said he has to make everything from scratch, so it'll be a bit. I do know he's there and working on it, but
I'm just gonna fucking perish, I guess.
I have a little bit of food on, my dear. Are you that starved?
I think I'll survive until Tony gets our food.
All right. Well, let me know.
All right.
Oh yeah, 322, 1041, by the way.
Welcome aboard, Sky.
390, 1041.
Welcome aboard, Mr. Rhodes. Hello, guys.
Mittens, thank you for the 45 months. I appreciate it. No, I don't know what's going on for the past 2 days, 2.5. It started after stream on Friday. Beepo's auto mode just stopped working, but like it was enabled, and it even shows a checklist. Everything is checked, shows good, but it's not actually giving me any insulin. Like automatically, I can give myself insulin, but it's not doing it on its own. So I changed the battery. Now it does have an internal battery. I changed the battery, early, like I say yesterday, but like earlier in the day today, I changed my infusion set, my reservoir. I've changed everything, and then I did in fact turn the smart guard mode off and on again. New CGM. I've done it all. So now I'm waiting for. I'm just waiting for waiting to see if anything changes. Realistically, I'm gonna be honest, chat. If in 2 hours it still is not doing anything, I'm gonna have to AFK for a bit, make a phone call to Medtronic, and figure out what the fuck is going on. Yeah, so I did turn smart guard off and on right before showering, before stream, and I did have to give myself insulin. So I'm just waiting for that, once it starts spiking upwards and it doesn't give me any insulin, I will sort of concede there. So strange. The other thing that changed, but it's not like it would have any effect on this, is I started getting the extended wear infusion set. So instead of changing them every 2 to 3 days, it's every 7 days. But that has no effect on anything regarding this. I don't know why. And put on the smart sensors with the so I've actually never seen those, but I have been on Medtronic's insulin pumps for a very long time. Medtronic actually I've had no complaints with my insulin pump in CGM as of recent. I will say though, their CGMs have always been not the best in the past, but with the whole like closed loop system and whatnot, they've been phenomenal since the release of the 780G. I'm not the reason this affects me so much is because, listen, I utilize it in a way in which it's not intended to be utilized. Straight up, okay? I know this. I don't even put in the carbs that I eat. The Smart Guard just like does everything for me. And again, I know that's not how it's intended to be used, but when I have an A1C of you know, high 6s with no effort, who's complaining? Because it's not me. I'm not gonna be the one complaining. I don't know if Simplera has been approved for the US yet, but aren't they standalone and not I don't know if it's intended to be used with like a closed loop system. I have no idea.
38, Trash Master, Strawberry Ave, northbound, just outside of Bleeting Square. 177 would be great.
390. $390, 23, let us 38 northbound Strawberry. So yeah, kind of just waiting, trying to figure out why it's acting the way it is. Alright, so I did just update my blood sugar. It's calibrating, and we'll see if it acts moving forward. Okay. It's calibrated. It says it approved it. So now I wait. I've never had this happen to me, ever. Talk about not doing what you're supposed to and having medical problems too. Okay, to be fair, my diabetes has been the most controlled this past year than it has ever been in my whole life. Now that being said, yeah, there's a hiccup here and there, or there have been times where you know, laziness. Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. You are not wrong. I'm just like genuinely confused because nothing has changed. Literally nothing. It just decided, eh. Yeah, I'm taking a vacation. Actually, you know what? Oh, I didn't Google, but I'm kind of curious. Let me just Google. Electronic smart card stopped working. How about that? Feature being turned off, basal insulin delivery being based on history for too long, manual suspension of insulin for too long, or a problem with the sensor or transmitter. But the feature is turned on, the sensor is functioning correctly, and all required conditions are met. All conditions have been met. I guess this could technically be the case. Basal delivery based on history. That could be it. The pump has been delivering basal insulin based on insulin delivery history for 4 hours. It'll need time to resume, but also, if you've manually suspended insulin delivery for more than 4 hours, it may take some time for smart card to resume. Could be either of those. Because I did the typical smothering of my insulin pump. You know, where it's in my pocket and I'm like sleeping on that side. Ran out of insulin overnight. That being one of the, you know, human oversight aspects that can't automatically just change. What I don't understand is why. I don't know. Yeah, but that was like late Friday. It's Monday. Dumbo, thank you for the tier 2 for 44 months. I appreciate it. 44 months, that's more months than I can count on my fingers. Thanks as always for great times and streams. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. Do, 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 do. Let's see.
What's wait tonight?
You know, okay, someone posted something on Reddit, which could be the issue. Okay, so a few things to consider. Obviously all of this is technology, right? Remember how was this a couple months ago I got a new CGM?
Yeah.
Hold on. It's always taking into account, like, it learns your patterns, if you will, over time, which is great. When I first got on the 780G, I had
That ain't even snoring. That sounds like a
very
wet fart.
consistent
I don't know what's
highs,
doing that, but quit farting down
which
the
meant
radio.
the norms, or what the insulin pump understood as my norms, was like wildly all over the place. So it was like far more, it allowed the threshold of like correcting very high highs to be able to do so, right? Since my shit has been very well controlled, it could just be that it's now outside of its comfort zone to correct for a high that was caused by it running out of insulin, my blood sugar going high overnight, and then it never fully recovering from that point. That is very much so a possibility. Someone said it happens when you're high for a long time, and Smart Guard gets scared to correct you for too long, and it's just waiting indefinitely for your blood sugar to drop. When it happens, I just calibrate and it fixes the problem. Highly recommend calibrating when you're getting really high so that your pump knows your high as early as possible and can send a correction bolus earlier. Someone else said Smart Guard has never corrected to highs that high for me. Still waiting patiently. What about the day you were sick? You mentioned high that day. Oh geez, what day was that? I should check that actually. I can actually upload all of this online. Well, I actually have a doctor's appointment in 4 days, but I'm literally just waiting for like the little icon that pretty much shows me it's doing everything automatically. Put my hands on 4 Libre 2 sensors to give them a try and see what my levels look like and understand better. Libre sensors are easily the most simple, affordable go-to CGM. Straight up, they just are. I've mentioned this before, although I don't use it because I have a CGM that's tied in with my insulin pump. I say they're affordable. Don't get me wrong, they're expensive. But in the United States, a 1 month supply paying out of pocket being around $150 for CGM, which is $75 because they last 14 days, I think. $75 per CGM.
All right, thank you. Thank you for
No
that.
problem. That's not that expensive in the US in the grand scheme of things, considering, you know, these fucking companies sell specific medications that are just pills for hundreds of fucking dollars a pill, you know? Having an actual medical device with an auto inserter and whatnot.
Oh, it's just Perry. It's just Perry.
Oh. We're Perry. Oh yeah. Everything medication-wise in the US is stupid expensive. Sensors as a type 2 are 68 US. Is that per sensor? So double the cost of that for a month's supply? Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, $50 for the 4. That's actually really good. I think they have a new version. Is it the 3? Freestyle Libre 3? I think they're just smaller. Yeah. Those are actually fucking tiny. Those are tiny. Oh. You have the 3?
Suggestions ready.
Yeah, if I
So that's fun if they volunteer though.
if I didn't have this specific CGM, like I said, I think the easiest go-to would be the Freestyle Libre.
They're reading the newest Hunger Games book, the one where it's Hamish's games. Pretty solid.
I will say when I was using the Freestyle Libre, I wasn't getting the full 14 days before like the adhesive would get a bit sketchy. But obviously they have like the coverings to put over it as well. I've never had that problem with my current CGM. 2 months of no fingerprint or listen.
Not gonna lie, my mother-in-law.
I would say this is fairly consistent amongst most CGMs, but the first readings that you start getting can be decently inaccurate. So definitely keep that in mind. Definitely keep that in mind.
About it at a later date.
True. Smart.
Like first 24 hours. So I was also I've tried the freestyle
You know, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I was reading.
the original freestyle Libre, which is I think only 7-day, and also had like a I can't remember if it was a 12 or 24-hour warm-up period before it actually did anything. But yeah, the first day was always a bit iffy. Like it'll get there, but if you start feeling, you know, like your blood sugar is low, but it's telling you you're fine, prick your finger. Just double check.
677. 38, blue and color, northbound Palomino Ave, right outside of the food courts.
390.76.
269's already on scene.
A firm. 390.10.
Dispatch 239, 76 later, Donnie Bravo. They're probably already long gone, but might as well.
Chat, there have been some changes regarding car parts.
Dispatch 308, 76, 1090 Bravo.
So the hope is that there's not going to be any just thrown about.
You have 4.
There's
So
use.
you are the fourth.
Oh, period.
There's a 32223. There is a yellow buffalo parked out front. That's flagged. Oh, I see individuals inside the store running around.
Let me check the status of car parts in this.
Got an individual outside holding a clipboard.
Chat.
Total, I see 2 individuals.
Animated's new cop character.
Skies
Look at his name. Brian Parker.
Gonna be occupied by
Dispatch
one
23.
Jericho and another, I believe, Lincoln.
Not to be confused with cop killer Brian Barker. I thought that was hilarious. All right, everything is good here.
2390 Bravo Sonora.
I'll find us a different break.
Rhodes, if you want, you can go be a supervisor at the traffic stop.
A firm.
Please, I would have really appreciated if you came down here.
Now, just a reminder, you know, a traffic stop isn't a situation which they can have it their way. They're not entitled to one, but, you know, if you'd like me to come, I can.
90 Bravo Channel 2.
This is not Burger King. You cannot have it your way.
A firm, precisely. In fact, that's what I tell people all the time when they ask for a superior. They can do so on their own time. 390 is underneath the traffic stop. I'm going around to Palomino. Disregard.
Oh, good.
Those are what say.
390.23. The latest supervisor request.
Yeah, I let Perry's gonna tell you what's going on here.
Hey Perry, what's going on?
Alrighty, how we doing? So what happened is we were talking to someone about their parking job at Senior Buns. We witnessed them going past us with pretty normal speeds. We saw them go through the intersection at the turn off the Calais and San Andreas. We looked, it was red. They said it was green. We pulled them over. They stopped in the middle of the road. We said, hey, could you we know your speed was good, but could you just watch going through red lights? They said it was green, and I said, oh, well, we saw it red. And they said, well, are you gonna give me the ticket then? And I said, well, now I want to. And then they pulled over and asked for a supervisor.
Got it. Okay.
I approached and said, hi, I'm a supervisor. And he said, I don't want you, you're related to Perry. And I said, no, I'm not. And he said, you called him Dad once. And I said, he sounded like my father. And he said, no, you're lying.
Okay, now who is this?
I don't know who this is yet. We haven't identified him yet.
Did y'all run the plate?
I have not.
Are they an Australian?
No.
Huh.
No, but didn't you say Remedy Creed's in the...
It looks like Remedy Creed. I
Messenger?
can't confirm.
Oh, she fucking hates me, I'm pretty sure. Because every time something gets posted on Twitter about me, she responds. Okay. Well, I was just, you know, I saw the Sultan. I saw the Sultan, and I thought it was giving Jordan Walker, you know?
Oh, it's
a Heidi. I think it's a Heidi's member.
Okay, got
Which
it.
explains Remedy.
All right. Well, let me just let me go speak with them.
Hi, Rhodes.
Hello. Hi, I'm
How are
Senior
you?
Deputy Rhodes with the Blaine County Sheriff's Office. I'm good. How are you?
Chillin'.
So I hear there was a request for a supervisor. What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try and adjust
So,
these local
you know,
maps.
basically, you know, from my understanding, you know, I mean, they ran a red light. I feel like, you know, at all the red lights, I did do the stop and go. At which point they said it was the first one, but that first one was green, and then when it went through, it went yellow. So maybe they, you know, didn't see it. It was right next to the bridge, so, you know, could have very well been that. At the same time, though, they then pulled up to the side of the car. We're like, hey, we're doing great, you know, but you didn't stop at the red light, the first one. And I was like, pretty sure I did, you know, like, for me, you know, I felt like I did. And then, you know, I said, are you gonna give me a ticket or like what's going on? And they're like, no, we're not. And then I was like, okay, like, are we good or like what's going on? And then basically, you know, they're like, oh, well, you're getting lippy, so we kind of want to give you a ticket now. I said, okay. So then I pulled over to the side of the road, told them to give me the ticket, and let's move on with our days. So it just kind of seems weird to me that they want to enforce traffic laws after somebody, you know, says something rather than just doing their job, you know, and making it seem like they have like, the ultimate power of that. And it's just like, I'm not gonna lie to you, Rhodes. I don't give a fuck about a $1,000 ticket. I care more about that, you know, certain officers think that they have all the ability to do what they want when they want, and it's kind of like annoying to me, you know.
I mean, I can understand where you're coming from, though. Do understand that we do have discretion. You're
fair,
fully
yeah.
aware of this. We do have discretion,
Yeah.
And I mean, listen, you're talking to me, right? I'm fairly petty, but I'm a you're gonna get what you're given, right? As in, you know, you play ball with me, I play ball with you, but like if you give me attitude, what reason I got to be lenient?
No, that's fair, and that's the thing is that, like, you know, like, at which point, that's why I just pulled this out of the road. I was like, all right, cool. But at the same time, you know, extra comments on top of everything else of Perry assuming that something's going to happen about people getting shot and saying that people shoot people for no reason when they have, you know, one shooting on their record is, in my opinion, a little bit overstepping the line as well. So,
girl, I've been shot by someone with no record before.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying when
I get what you're
specifically calls somebody out that has one shooting on their record, and then it says, oh, this person likes to shoot somebody, like cops for no reason. I'll be very honest with you, Rhodes. Leads me to believe that, you know, he has vendetta against somebody in the car for literally no reason, or just wants to, you know, think he's somebody. You know what I mean? No offense.
Got it. Okay. All right.
The comments aren't needed, so.
Got it. All right. Harry, just do me a favor. Give me just a little bit of space here. I got one last question. All right. So what's ideally what would you like to see as the sort of conclusion here?
I mean, to make sure Perry doesn't, you know, make unneeded comments during a traffic stop about people shooting them when, you know, like I have no reason to shoot him. My passenger has no reason to shoot him. Like the thing is that, like, you know, he's just making assumptions that I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'll be very honest with you, Rhodes. You know how the city is. If you know, if I really didn't give a fuck, I would have just gone out right now and then shot him. You know what I mean, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing is like, there could be people that will just do that because he makes those kind of comments. And at the end of the day, it's like, you know.
Was it like you know, under his breath kind of thing, or was it straight to your face that he said something?
No, he
was in the car, but we clearly heard it.
Yeah, he screamed it like over to everybody else.
Got it. And what did he say exactly?
He said, "You guys, Remedy Creed might be in the car. Watch out! She shoots cops for no reason." And it's like, you know, like.
I've been in the city for almost a year and a half, Rhodes. You are well aware. I have literally shot at police one time.
God, well, I'm not aware of that personally. Yeah. But in saying that, I understand where you're coming from. It's seemingly not needed. I do agree with you there. And even if this was said under the guise of like, I just wanted to inform officers, there's a time and place, and yelling so loud that the other individuals could hear you, probably not it.
Yeah, I got you. And that's the thing is like, I can understand if he was just informing people, but it was more the fact of like, after the fact of me giving them quote unquote lip, then they wanted, you know, go about that. And it's like,
very clearly said it with a tone of voice. Like, it wasn't like, you guys should be careful. There's a person in the car that has shot cops. It was, careful guys. Remedy Creed might be in that car and she shoots cops for no reason.
Got it. Okay. I mean, based upon what y'all said, I mean, I definitely take issue with that. Am I gonna sit here and lie to you and say it's the end of the world for Perry?
Oh, no.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to allow them to complete the traffic stop here.
Yeah, that's fine.
I will then have a conversation with Perry specifically regarding this, and should anything like this happen in the future, just let me know.
Sounds good. Thank you, Rhodes.
No problem. No problem. All right, so y'all go ahead and, you know, conclude the traffic stop as you normally would. You know, change nothing regarding what you're actually doing. Though, Perry, I would like to speak to you after.
Alrighty.
I'll be here. I'll be here.
No problem.
Hello. You good, Aphrodite?
Oh yeah, sorry. I was fixing something.
No, you're good.
Sorry,
You're good.
Did you say something?
I just stepped in the car.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay, so it seems as though like there was I mean, listen, what Perry did, or whoever's with Perry regarding, you know, having a conversation with them, them giving attitude and then deciding to like officially pull him over. It seemed like that was the first area or point of contention they had. I'm gonna be honest, we do have discretion regarding doing stuff like that, and I don't have to provide anybody leniency, but I'll be damned if I provide leniency to someone giving me attitude, right? Like,
oh, 100%.
Now, that being said, they did bring up, so I'm not even like considering that in the grand scheme of things. They did bring up something that I do take issue with, which is from my understanding, they said that Perry sort of loudly said something to the extent of, you guys, Remedy Creed might be in the car. Watch out. She might shoot cops for no reason. Now that I take issue with, because that's, you know, no, not necessarily that. It's more poking poking the bear unnecessarily, right? Like, it's something that I would anticipate coming from like Bobby Charles, Carmine, and that is very much so the reason that they are widely hated and catch a lot of flack from people. It's just if he wants to communicate that information to other officers, he can over radio, not yelling to where they can hear, because listen, we truly have been shot for less, and I'm not justifying anybody's behavior or trying to say what's right and wrong, but what I am saying is we shouldn't give them any reason whatsoever. Like it's an entirely unnecessary comment to be made, in my opinion. Even if true, the reality is, even if it's true, it doesn't matter. It could have been whispered in the car. That could have just been said over radio if the true purpose was to just communicate stuff. So I'm just gonna have a conversation with Perry regarding that.
Okay, that's fine. Here, let me back up a bit, get you to your car. So what I will say is I happened to be driving by, so I heard them talking to them, and then I heard the guy say, oh, well then give me a ticket if you're gonna give me a ticket. And then I did hear that comment that was made.
Got it. Okay, so did the Perry, give me just a second.
One moment, please. Thank
So
you.
did the comment regarding remedy come after, like was it in the, like, were they already out of the car?
No, it
Okay.
happened pretty much exactly how you said it, which ironic. No, it was while they were in the car. It was yelled. It wasn't over megaphone. It wasn't over radio, but it was said very loudly.
Got it. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna have it's not gonna be anything serious. Truthfully, I don't even think it's worth documenting. It's just don't be saying stuff like that in passing to where it's gonna potentially provoke a response. So if I do hear that something like that happens again, obviously I'll take issue with it.
Yeah, of course.
I'll speak with them. Hey, Ray! Over here. Yeah, right here, in fact.
What's going on?
Harry.
Hello.
Now, why we saying things loudly about people's?
Oh, why was saying that loudly?
Harry, from my understanding, the way in which you said it seems very apparent that it was intended to be heard.
What? I was just informing RGB that this could be a violent situation. To be careful. That's why I was ready on my gun.
Harry,
the whole
I can
time.
see the shit-eating grin on your face right now. He said that. Harry.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Harry, listen. This isn't going to be anything serious. I just want you to know that you should refrain from, I don't want to say provoking a response or poking the bear, all right? But what you said and how you said it is the reason Carmine and Bobby are universally hated by everybody. Don't be Carmine and don't be Bobby, okay?
Oh, I would never want to be Carmine. I don't know much about Bobby, though.
He's like, I mean, he used to be Carmine's, like, attack chihuahua, So they're very similar in nature.
I see.
Yeah, you want to be neither. Don't forget, they are diversity non-fires. Okay, so what they can get away with, you may not be able to.
I don't do that all the time, and not that I did it this time.
Harry, you couldn't even prevent yourself from laughing saying that. Listen, again, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna harp over this.
We can't poke a little bit when they shoot us over a damn 24/7 because they can't drive.
So here's the thing: don't give them reason. That's the listen. Especially in Shift 3, we all about picking and choosing battles. If you want to say something under your breath, like, there's a time and place, but like, in a traffic stop when you're pulling them over, that's probably not it. That's most definitely not it. Also, make sure you got rapport with the individuals involved. If I did this with let's say Jasper and Hydra, right? Like, that's one thing. But like, I wouldn't do that with like Ray Romanov, I just ain't got that rapport with them. Because listen, these bitches out here, they just want to see us fucking drown. All right. So if you give them a reason to complain, they will complain. So I'm not documenting anything, nothing's going in like a senior report as far as I'm concerned.
You know,
But if
before I
something
came
like
to
this
this-
happens again, that would be problematic, Perry.
You know, sorry.
You good?
Before I became before I joined this department, I had never heard of a hardened criminal which glorifies shooting cops ever to be filing a formal complaint about an officer.
You have to understand that the goalpost moves when it's convenient for them. As in,
I see.
they're simultaneously going to, yeah, precisely. If they can do something that they know is going to get you in trouble, they're going to, just to spite you.
I mean, that's
Don't
their
give them the
prerogative.
satisfaction.
Exactly.
Don't give them the
It's not
satisfaction, because the bitch is gonna be out here doing it. All right.
So give them no satisfaction and just take satisfaction when they eventually do shoot by shooting them down. I gotcha.
Precisely. Though, I mean, listen, I heard what you said regarding you just wanting to make sure you communicated that. Make sure you're not. Listen, for the same reason you ain't gonna be out there fucking yelling your plans on a breach outside of a 24/7, okay? Use that same mentality and don't be yelling the shit that you very clearly want them to hear, but like, again, they gonna complain. Because the goalpost moved. This originally stemmed from they only pulled me over because I gave them attitude, and that's just kind of an abuse of power, to which I made very clear we do have discretion regarding stuff. And then the goalpost moved to, but this was said. And then that makes us unprofessional, and that's no bueno.
All right.
All right.
Understand.
All right, get out of here.
Yes, sir.
I was just using your seat warmer and abusing it.
Hey, Matt. How you doing? 390, 10-8. Diffuser of situations, Matt Rhodes. Chat? Pump's working. We're good. I see an auto correction. Tired as fuck. Listen, my last 2 days have been just filled with a combination of high blood sugar, low blood sugar, high blood sugar, low blood sugar. I didn't clock that
South
person.
Danger. They went South Danger.
Negative. I'm not gonna end up pursuing. I was simultaneously looking back because the pursuit that's happening on, I'm assuming 2, was south on Las Lagunas, and I didn't know if that car was tied in with that. But those,
That thing was going 128. We clocked it.
yeah, it was going faster. My radar was off, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have gone after it. Who's the RO?
Clocked it.
Never mind. I got your stupid scout afterwards. Vincent Ventura was driving that car.
Oh my god.
Hey, don't laugh. I ran the plate of, I think it was Quangle's plate on a car that was heading south on Great Ocean, and it ended up being one of the other officers that was full sending north on Great Ocean. And what I don't understand is I think it was my rear plate which catches opposing, and I don't know how I ever would have had that car in that position.
269 1042. Have a good night, everyone.
Hey, firm,
Alright,
showing
you
you
have a good one.
1042. You have a good one. Stay safe. Beepo is back from vacation. Let me just double confirm. Yep. 9 minutes ago, auto correction. Holy fuck, we're back. I actually think it literally was the turning off and on again. I don't know how or why it was on the whole time, but it is what it is. Do we get griefed by the wonky hitbox on our cars? Guys don't have kids.
EMS tonight.
Kids are the best form of birth control. That they are. Um.
Cactus on the channel.
Negative.
Can we get a 77 on channel 2 to stay with a car? I think it's on Crusade. I already forgot. Just want to check too.
390.
Thank you.
Top of the right now.
Red is swapping over.
Definitely one unit on the secondary at the moment. How's primary?
He punched me.
Oh!
Is he jumping onto Olympic?
No, he's just running around.
I'm not going on Olympic.
He's punching me, he's punching me.
But fight back.
Beat him, Anita. Get that night suit,
Beat his
girl.
head.
Hey, hypothetically, are y'all looking for an individual in a leather vest and paper bag? Ah!
Ow.
Hey, firm.
Negative.
Are you okay?
Anita status.
No, you're
Okay.
good. You're good. It's
Rose,
all
we
right.
just need you to stay with yellow buffalo. That's on Crusade and Capitol intersection.
Hey, firm.
I hear you with me. Do you have your legal?
Hey, fam. Keep your nonsense by your label.
10-4.
Anita.
Anita, no.
That bitch down is.
She's
sure.
down. No.
She's for sure down. I'm going up there.
Where were they?
On top of the Strawberry gas station building, the rooftop.
Hey, firm. She is not moving.
So that bitch got her ass beat. Oh my god.
Wait, did he say Molotov?
Yes, there was a Molotov present in the robbery.
Channel 278's Molotov was thrown. Lucas screamed, and that was the last we heard.
Secondary. Let's break off the secondary. Let's do 78s.
Copy that.
Does anyone know if that Molotov was thrown from the rooftop of the structure?
I am unsure.
A firm. 390 is getting on the parking structure. I don't know if it'll have height over that building. I'll try.
I am on Olympic. I can't see.
Be on the lookout for one Wayne Freeman. He was unmasked. He was had his usual face paint with a purple vest or so, and like a green shirt.
Situation isn't involving Chaos Legion, is it?
Negative.
No, it is not. We're looking for Wayne Freeman wearing like purple and green. He's not wearing a mask.
239's gonna be approaching from Elgin through the homeless cabin. See if I can get eyes on him on the way back.
I see fire.
He's down.
Firm.
He's down.
Copy that.
Where's the other suspect?
We broke off
Jeremy?
of it to attach to 78. So I mean,
Break real quick. I'm on top of the parking structure. There's a fire going on, and it seems like it's spreading and then slowly fading and then spreading again. So be very careful if you get to that roof.
Are Anita and Lucas on that roof?
Lucas is on the ground at Strawberry Gas. And Wayne is also down. Right by, I believe this is Parker's car.
I'm on route back. Just be on the lookout for one Jericho Valentine. He was wearing a leather jacket, all black. He was also an accomplice at the store robbery. We broke off of him to deal with the 78s.
What was the last scene on him?
He was last seen around, you know that little alleyway that's painted near Olympic Freeway? That was actually last seen. I don't want to say what I want to say.
Like off of Power, like where the storage units
Yes,
were?
yes.
A-firm.
Heading up Power, the 2-to-1, the little one-way alleyway that splits off into 2 directions.
A-firm.
I think we're clear for EMS to roll in at Strawberry Gas. We have Lucas on the ground. Anyone got eyes on Anita?
I don't see Anita.
Alright, 428 heads Wayne.
What's the description of the outlined individual?
Black jacket, all black, basically. A black leather jacket. Okay, you got Wayne.
I have Wayne.
I
Just
think Anita's gonna be on the rooftop of this building.
And just to confirm for that other individual, he is not to be shot on sight. He was not part of the 78s. He was just active in the chase. It was a separate shoot.
A-firm. I don't know if this is going to have any relevance. I'm just going to say it anyways. While I was on my way here underneath Olympic Freeway, there was an individual in a leather vest running westbound. They also had a brown or a paper bag on their face. It looked like
That was a Chaos Legion individual.
A-firm. It looked like how Psycho used to dress, but I just wanted to throw that out there because they were in the general area, but likely uninvolved given everything that's been said. Sky, do you want me to document this Buffalo in the meantime?
If you would, please. It's gonna be the latest report. There's already a 95 that's been processed with it.
A-firm.
Also, Lucas, I
288
think
on
just up
scene,
the
what do you need
radio.
from us?
Just to keep oversight, we have only one suspect in custody. The other was we lost visual on at Adams Apple Boulevard in Power, I believe. We only have one
10-4.
suspect. That's 2 officers down.
A-firm. We'll be on the corner of Capitol and Strawberry.
10-4, just to reiterate, that individual is not part of the 78s. He's not shooting side or anything. He's he's separate.
239 will remain with road until the vehicle's impounded, then we'll come back to Strawberry Gas.
Honestly, we can lower this to 77. If you're not doing anything right now, you can break off and go to one of the robberies and at least get the hostage.
28 and 677 will break off. We'll go get the flake hostage.
Thank you, guys.
Be advised, there's a simultaneous 90 at the jewelry store as well.
Yeah, the jewelry store will probably lead to a bank truck.
A-firm.
That buffalo is just a local stolen buffalo, so you can just request it.
A-firm.
Yeah.
.288 transition to channel line.
Thank you, guys.
right.
Hell yeah. Alright, returning back to the strawberry cast.
Um.
EMS got Lucas and Anita to the hospital. I believe Wayne is good to go on his feet on the scene.
Copy that, thank you.
428 will handle the 95, thank you.
I'm gonna bring Lucas and Anita's car over to the ER lane.
Affirm. Alright, I've thrown up all of the photos.
Did you need to lift back to your car, Sky?
From the ER lane would be nice, yeah. I'm just gonna repair this for them.
Copy. 239.
That was fucking quick.
Yeah, if you're done on the scene, go ahead and go to 1 and respond.
428 is going to be processing 195.
390s on Freak. Do we still have units at the Fleeka?
Alright. Units are breaking off of channel 2, coming to channel 1, responding to that bank truck.
3976.
Looks like it's the Vinewood sign.
Affirm.
I can get the heli, I guess.
I'm gonna push north on Sonora Road and then take, is it Banyan Canyon, Baytree, whichever the one splits to the northwest.
Copy. 239 will approach from the west or going dark.
All right, 390s pushing north on Mount Han, primarily because they could just send it sort of off the mountain. We'll never see them. I'm pushing up the mountainside from the east and going west.
Copy that. 239 will be vice versa.
You see a white sports vehicle at the center. It's like by the radio tower or whichever towers are here. Okay, I do see the bank truck. There's an individual at the back going through it. The only thing I see is that they have white shoes on.
Everyone's en route.
Affirm. So the only two vehicles I see are the... Oh, disregard. There's a third vehicle. So it looks like a white... I want to say Premier. A black... Oh, gosh. Maria Heath is the RO of this other vehicle. Disregard.